Good evening, Christina families. Thank you for joining us this evening to our choice information night for school year in the school year 2022-2023. But this information will be for you to hear about what Christina has to offer in our different schools, our different programs, as we prepare for the choice open enrollment period or application period, which will start on November 7th. That choice open enrollment period will be for school year 2023-2024. So this is the time when you have the opportunity to explore your options. Christina's the only option though, in case you didn't know. And then you can apply to different schools within our school district starting November 7th. And then it closes in January, the second Wednesday in January. So get your applications in early, but we're going to present some information to you in a whole group. And then we will ask you to go to individual school links at the conclusion of the whole group presentation and hear more about the individual schools. So there'll be two identical school presentations between 7 and 7:45 in case you want to go to two different school presentations. Okay, so if you want to go to school A at 7 o'clock, you go to school A, and then school B around 7:20 to school B. Okay, so with that, I'm going to share our presentation. Can everyone see that? Is that all good? Okay. So right there, right off the bat, what's the best thing about Christina are our students. They're talented, they're smart, they're academic, and they're going to change the world. And we need that. We need a lot of change in our world. Change the thing. So we are going to start with some Christina School District highlights. And Dr. Joyner, are you in a position to facilitate this area, ma'am?
Yeah, I sure am.
All right, so I will proceed. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Again, to everyone, welcome to our Choice Information Night. We know you have a choice when it comes to your student schooling, and we're so happy you chose to visit with us tonight. We have two early education centers in the Christina School District that we're super proud of, 14 elementary schools, 2 schools that are elementary and middle schools combined, grades 1 through 8. We have 3 middle schools, 3 comprehensive high schools, and 11 other schools and programs. We offer 39 advanced placement courses, 50 dual enrollment courses, and 27 graduation pathways. So winning academics is certainly our thing here in Christina School District. Next slide. And our advanced academic programs, or you'll hear it called AAP, it has expanded to gifted and talented for grades K to 5. We have advanced middle school curriculum, which is based on the internationally recognized honors program, and then increased opportunities for students to take challenging coursework and earn college credits through dual enrollment. We have academic excellence all throughout our district, such as Gallagher Elementary School, who has earned PBS recognition for phase 4. They're a leader in me school, and they also have exceeded expectations as measured by DOE. McVeigh Elementary School is a national ESEA distinguished and recognition school, as well as another DDOE recognition school. Our principal of Gallagher is here with us this evening, by the way. Keene Elementary School is recognized for their PBS recognition in phases 4, tier 2, and for both 2019 and 2022. Wilson Elementary School is a 2020 National Blue Ribbon School and another DDOE School of Continued Excellence. We have other recognition schools such as McClary Elementary School. Shumadill Middle School has been recognized continuously since 2020 for their PBS recognition. Downs is a U.S. News and World Report Best Elementary School with our Chinese immersion program over there. Newark High School, also another U.S. News and World Report Best High School. National Blue Ribbon School at West Park, another DDOE School of Continued Excellence. And of course, Christiana High School and the Middle School Honors Academy, we call it the Christiana Campus, is a 2019 ESEA Distinguished and Recognition School. So we are certainly proud of the programming and offerings we have here in Christina School District. And Dr. Moody, I'll just hand it over to Mrs. Ryan to talk about special programming.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mrs. Ryan.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for being with us. My name is Becky Ryan. I'm the Director of Special Services for the district. And while you can't choice into these programs, we did want to highlight a few of our special programs. We have the Brennan School, sometimes formerly known as DAP, or the Delaware Autistic Program. We refer to that as the Brennan School. That program is for students who have been classified as having an educational classification of autism. The age range for that program is 18 months through the age of 22. We have students both at the Brennan School, which is located near Jenny Smith Elementary and Kirk Middle School, but we also have students at off-site classrooms throughout the district, so all of the secondary schools and many of our elementary schools. The other school that's also part of statewide programs is the Delaware School for the Deaf. Like Brennan, students as early as 18 months can participate through statewide programs. And then students within the school their ranges from kindergarten through the age of 22. And that program is for students who are deaf or hard of hearing, and they have a range of services. So it includes everything from listening and spoken language all the way through ASL and everything in between. The Networks program, the School for Employability Skills, that is for students that are 9th grade through the age of 22. And at Networks, they work on, just as it says, those employability skills. So we have auto works where students might detail cars. We also have munch works. They might learn to make various foods, that sort of thing. Etch works, frameworks. You see a pattern. We teach lots of vocational skills. And students can attend Networks either part-time, so they might attend their comprehensive high school and receive academics part-time, and then they go to the School for Employability Skills part-time. Or students can attend full-time when after they finish their high school and they are in those age ranges of 18 to 22, they might attend Networks full-time to work on those employability skills. And finally, we have the REACH program, and that is our program in the district for students with moderate to severe disabilities. And the REACH program is located in about 14 locations throughout the district. And those students are ages kindergarten all the way through the age of 22. And students generally are working on academics in addition to life skills, those functional skills that will help them throughout their life and even after post-secondary when they transition to adulthood. All of the programs mentioned here, something that's really important for those programs are the individualization. So all of the students that are part of these programs have IEPs, or an individualized education program, and we are working on goals very specific to those students. The programs all very much rely on community-based instruction as well. So students are out in the community, they're in schools, they're in churches cleaning, they're in Rite Aid and Walgreens learning to stock shelves, and we go to Goodwill to help put clothing in the right order, things like that. So community-based instruction is very important to all of our programs. In addition, there's a robust curriculum that includes some academic skills in conjunction with those life skills that the students will use while they're with us and then later on. So these are, again, our special programs that are in addition to if your student has an individualized education program, or we determine them eligible for one during their time with us, they could have those services right in the comprehensive schools, all of the schools that you'll hear about tonight.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ryan. Another, we have a program, and this is it is the only program to which you may apply for choice. It is the Christina School District Virtual Academy. It's fully online, grades kindergarten through 12th. All the students attend virtually. Students are taught. We have licensed teachers that are in the virtual classrooms with them, and they learn the same academic content as our in-person scholars and follow the same district policies and are held to the same expectations as those who attend in person. Our 3 schools that house the virtual academy are Gallagher Elementary, Kirk Middle School, and the Sarah Paul Academy. So when you go out to the individual breakout rooms, you'll hear a little bit more, maybe a little bit more later in this presentation, as well as in the small breakout rooms. So the Christina School District Virtual Academy is a program to which you can apply for choice. At this time, I'm going to ask 3 of our elementary leaders, Mrs. Castle, Mrs. Park, and Mrs. Taraboletti, to talk to you about the elementary school highlights.
Good evening. My name is Erin Castle. I'm the principal of Gallagher Elementary and also the Elementary Christina School District Virtual Academy. One of the things that's so wonderful about our elementary schools is the excellent start that they get at the early education centers. We have 2 incredible early education centers. The first is Christina Early Education Center located in Newark, and our other early education center is Stubbs Early Education Center located in Wilmington. The programs are fantastic. They're really focused on a healthy and safe environment for students, where the students come in daily and receive positive and warm interactions with the adults, the many adults that work with them. All learning activities are age appropriate and also developmentally appropriate. There's an incredible adult to child ratio to assist students, particularly with students with individual needs, and also all age appropriate materials, seating, all kinds of materials in that regard. Additionally, it's important to note that the commitment to quality and inclusive education has earned our early education programs Stars for Early Success, which is the state's voluntary quality rating and improvement system. So that's an excellent component of our early education systems. Next slide, please. In all of our elementary schools, and as Dr. Moody mentioned, also in our virtual academy, our students in elementary school are enjoying the Benchmark Advanced program in literacy. This is a program that provides literacy and language instruction, which is focused and comprehensive. It's also flexible with the core programming for the reading and language arts needs. And it really balances, it takes a balanced literacy approach really, and a workshop model, which allows students to learn just depending, no matter what their individual need is. It's an incredible program for growth. Also, there's lots of supplemental classroom materials that are included in it, including instructional, the core instructional programs, book rooms with leveled books, award-winning instructional support. There's also over 3,500 additional titles and interactive titles for students to use. And then further, there's differentiated support. So if your student has any particular need, maybe it's a language need or special need, that there are incredible and differentiated resources to meet those needs accordingly. Next slide, please. And then our elementary math curriculum is called Bridges. Bridges is an incredible program. The district's been using it for many years and has really experienced some great mathematical growth in that time. The Bridges Mathematics program is a comprehensive classroom-based pre-K through 5 model that equips teachers to implement the Common Core for math, and designed to be rigorous and coherent, but also engaging and accessible to all learners. The curriculum really focuses on helping students develop their mathematical concepts, the proficiency with key skills, the ability to solve problems that are complex and novel, and also has a great approach for gaming. So there's a fun component for students where they're engaged in daily mathematical games, which really allow those key skills to be strengthened. It really has a wonderful way of blending direct instruction and investigation with open exploration, which helps our students capitalize on the existing knowledge that they have and takes them further. Next slide. Ms. Taraboletti.
Thank you, Ms. Castle. Hello, everyone. I'm Mary Ellen Taraboletti. I'm the proud principal of William B. Keene Elementary School. I'm going to talk a little bit about social and emotional learning. The district has several award-winning programs for positive behavior support. We focus on social emotional learning, anti-bullying programs such as Second Step, PATHS, Buddy System, No Place for Hate. We also, many of our Christina Elementary Schools are Leader in Me schools. Each elementary school has a school counselor and a social worker now. And there are 7 Christina schools that have family crisis therapists that work with them. And these school counselors, social workers, family crisis therapists, along with the admin within the building and the school psych, they make up what we like to call the CARES team, which we all work together to support all of the students, not just academically, but social emotionally as well. Next slide, please. Beyond the classroom, there's several things that multiple schools do that are beyond the classroom, such as Lego League, Science Olympiad, the Geography Bee, service projects, Girls on the Run, band and chorus, after school clubs. We do some things here at Keene. Also, we do a running club. I know a few years ago, we started the Route 40 Boys Basketball League. So basically all of the schools on the Route 40 corridor began playing in games against each other, which got a little competitive, but it was definitely a lot of fun. Gardening club is another thing we do here at Keene. We utilize an outdoor classroom that we have as well. So that's really awesome for our kids to experience. Next slide. Art, music, PE, and library. We call them specials in the elementary school, which every student gets to participate in each day. During this time, students learn a variety of different things. For instance, in library, they might be learning about coding, rhythm and movement activities in music and PE, and different mediums in art class. Next slide.
All right. I'm Ann Park. I'm principal at Downs Elementary School. We do focus a lot on our multilingual learners. We have multi-language learner teachers in every school. We have the English language development classes, and they both push into the classrooms and pull out for small group instruction. Our services are matched to the students' needs, and they align with the WIDA English language development standards. When you enroll in the Christina School District, you're asked to fill out a home language survey, which helps us identify your needs so that we can best meet the needs of your child. We then assess them yearly with the access testing, with our hope in that they do move out of the program and we get them up to where they need to be successful on their own. We also have a Montessori program at Bancroft. It focuses on the Montessori school of thought, that children are innate learners that are driven by curiosity, and that they thrive in a physical and social settings that are prepared specifically for them. What does that mean? That means that the settings are child focused. They can be mixed age levels, and that they're sensory intensive so that they help meet the needs of all the children at that level. And you can learn more about that program if you attend the Bancroft session tonight. And finally, one that's near and dear to my heart is the Chinese immersion program. We are actually in our 10th year of Chinese immersion. Our first students that began in the program entered Newark High School this year. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. We start them off in kindergarten, and actually if you walked into a kindergarten class right now, you would be able to see students counting up to 100 in Chinese, writing their names using Chinese characters, and starting to speak a little bit in the Chinese language to one another. You can also see a video on our Facebook page where students were reading a book and following along with the characters while they were speaking the Chinese. And I certainly would love to have you as part of our program. So stop by the Downs breakout session tonight to hear more about our immersion program.
Good evening. Buenas noches. My name is Michael Scott. I'm the principal of Oberly Elementary School. And as my colleague said, I'm also a proud person to have I have the Spanish immersion at Oberly. This year we are in kindergarten, so we are just starting. We have 44 students. And if you were able to go into that class, you would also see them learning the days of the week in Spanish. The entire class is what we call a 50-50 split. You have 50% of the day students have their class in Spanish. They have Spanish language arts. They have science, some social studies, and they have math in Spanish, completely in Spanish. Then For 50% of the day, they would have English language arts, social studies, and what we call content transfer, where we get with the students to understand what they learned in Spanish and we translate it back into English. The unique part of my building is about 65% of my students do at some point speak both languages. I have a large Hispanic population, so it is a great program. We are starting. If you want to learn more about it, please join us at the Oberly Zoom at 7 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you all very much for those wonderful highlights. At this time, for our middle school highlights, I would like to bring the Director of Teaching and Learning, Mr. Paul Dunford.
Hi, middle school is an exciting time for students in the Christina School District. My name is Paul Dunford, and I'm joining you tonight to share highlights of our amazing middle school programs. Our new and state-of-the-art academic curriculum in mathematics, science, social studies, and English language arts is now being fully implemented across our district. The tools and resources our teachers are using are considered to be the best available to educators today. It's the Christina way that our students in school and those learning virtually are provided challenging and engaging lessons intended to teach standards and ready them for the community, college, and career of their choice. It's often during middle grades that children find their passion and with that set their path towards the future. I'm excited that our leaders and some teachers from our choice middle schools and program are here with us this evening to host Zoom breakouts later in the program. Along with the exciting school choice for middle schools, you heard about our Christina School District Virtual Academy that's housed at Kirk Middle School for middle grade students, and it's included in the choice option. When you think about social emotional learning, this is a delicate time for students as they figure out who they are and where they'll make the most positive difference in their school and home communities. Middle school students who are taught in supportive classrooms and schools find themselves ready to become the best versions of themselves. Experiences provided in the Christina Middle Schools are planned to build self-confidence while exploring the academic and career options available. Activities for middle schools include self-awareness, self-management, school social awareness, responsible decision-making, and building relationship skills. Each middle school has adopted and is currently implementing a social emotional program that targets these traits and characteristics within our children. Next slide, please. We believe that preparing students for choices ahead is important during middle school. In addition to our academic curriculum, we offer occupational and career technology options for our students. Some examples of our CTE courses, which is career and technology education, are family and consumer science, business, agri-science, and computer science. And we're currently very excited about plans to include technology education across our middle schools through a nationally recognized program called Project Lead the Way. Next slide. We know every child is different. Their needs vary, and our teachers and staff adapt teaching methods, instructional materials, and courses to meet their needs and interests. In addition to the career tech options, providing exciting music and arts opportunities is essential. In the Christina schools, we believe music and the arts and humanities is a fundamental part of human life, and it's a fundamental part of a well-rounded education. Our middle school arts program is designed to instill in all students an appreciation and love of the arts, and students are exposed to each art discipline: visual arts, theater, chorus, band, and movement. Next slide, please. With a focus on the whole child, athletics is an important part of our middle school experience, from learning new physical skills and sportsmanship to simply enjoying the thrill of activity and competition. In our sports programs at Christina, on the top of the thrill of completing and having fun with friends, students experience benefits that support their academic, social, and emotional growth in middle school. Our coaches, teachers, and club leaders work together to ensure our students are performing in their academics and their extracurricular activities. Next slide, please. Our Chinese immersion program, which continues kindergarten through grade 12, is an educational program that produces academically strong students, highly proficient in Chinese and English. Built on the elementary programs that you recently heard about, the program goals are to develop proficiency in Mandarin Chinese, to maintain and extend students' proficiency in English, to develop high levels of academic attainment, meeting or exceeding national and state standards through rigorous study and instruction that's aligned with the curriculum frameworks, to develop students' understanding of Chinese culture and the ability to interact successfully with others whose language and culture differs from their own, Our program is located in the Shoe Medill School, and it's an extension of the program at the Downs Elementary. Newark High School is the high school component of our K-12 continuum. Next slide, please. Advanced academic programs. Advanced academic programs are available in each of our middle schools. Students who are in advanced academic classes typically work on rigorous material that's above grade level using supplemental materials and resources. Students in advanced academic programs are expected to extend their learning beyond the time in the classroom, engaging in projects and assignments designed to extend. The Middle School Honors Academy at Christina High School campus also provides a rigorous middle school academic program for students in grades 6 through 8. The Middle School Honors Academy is designed to create and combine with high school to create a 6 through 12 grade honors academy option for our Christina students, and it's housed at our Christiana High School. The Honors Academy, over the course of 6 years, provides opportunity for selected, high-achieving, dedicated students to bolster college applications, support them to compete nationally, and to be accepted into colleges and universities of their choice. Next slide. Our goal is to meet every middle school student's needs while bridging the foundation of elementary learning with rich middle school experiences that prepare them to be high school graduates. Each year, we reevaluate the offerings and activities available to students, building on a sense of belonging as a big part of middle school. Some activity group ideas are generated from career tech courses, and others are driven by interests such as after-school music programs, like a jazz band, academic contests, and book clubs. This week, while visiting a middle school, students were meeting with the principal to share an idea for a new club and to meet their interests. Learning to get involved is a middle school thing in Christina.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dunford, for all the highlights for middle school. We truly appreciate you. At this time, I would like to bring forward our high school highlights and led by our high school leaders, Mr. Ingram, Dr. Lawrence, and Dr. Pinkett.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Tina Pinkett. I am the principal of Newark High School. Every student in Christina School District is our future. And as a district, we need to make sure our pathway programs allow our students the chance to earn college credits, industry recognized credentials, and work experience while still in high school. Listed is a number of pathways that we offer throughout the district, and we are still adding to those pathways. Next. Our advanced academic courses are designed to expose the most highly capable students to the challenging, rigorous, and accelerated curriculum. In these classes, our students are challenged with opportunities in abstract thinking, problem solving, and using higher order thinking skills. We are truly developing our future leaders. Next slide. The study of foreign languages enhances listening skills and memory. It increases analytical abilities and builds aptitude and problem solving. Christina School District secondary schools offer Spanish, French, and Mandarin. Some languages are unique to certain buildings, but in the fall of 2023, we will be adding American Sign Language.
So good evening. I am Butch Ingram, and I am the principal of Glasgow High School. And I'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Lawrence for Christiana High School, who was also here on this Zoom with us this evening. And I personally would like to say that Christiana High School, Newark High School, and Glasgow High School are the 3 best high schools in the state of Delaware. So choice in, ladies and gentlemen, you are getting the absolute best. I also feel that I get to share the most exciting slide this evening, because at the end of graduation, this is what this is all about when you graduate from high school. The Christina School District has over 300 college credits that were received prior to graduation, which is an outstanding number, which leads to the fact that students are actually getting college coursework while in high school. Also, our 2022 graduates have more than $5 million in scholarships. I don't know about you, but that's a very, very, very large number and an exciting number to be able to report out. And as shared before by our previous administrators, there are opportunities at all of the high schools for all of our students. Athletics. We all know that everyone likes to be involved in sports for the most part. And if they are excited about being involved in sports, they have that opportunity at all of our high schools, because we know that some students excel in that area and will go to college based off of that athletic performance. So we want to make sure that we provide them with that opportunity. But notice, it's student athletics. We do pride ourselves in making sure students are not only qualified, but they are academically sound to be able to participate in those athletic programs. I won't go through all of the programs, but we have every single sport that your child will want to be involved in. And then, of course, the additional academic supports or the additional supports for all of our students. While academics is absolutely of premier importance, we want to make sure that there are additional opportunities to support our students. So college and career planning, which Mr. Ivory will speak about later this evening. Obviously, digital learning, because COVID has kind of forced us to become more technologically sound and just step up into that digital age. And more importantly, that support after graduation. I like to say it's nothing worse than actually pushing a person outside the door, knowing it's going to rain and not giving them that umbrella. So we want to make sure that we are there to support them after they graduate. Mental health services for any of those students who are experiencing some trauma or things that have happened in their lives. And we all know over the past 3 years plus, we have changed, our lives have changed, and we need those additional supports to be able to do that. Preparing them with life skills, transition, and also that job work placement that Mr. Ivy will speak about later this evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ingram, Dr. Pinkett, and Dr. Lawrence for your presence as well. At this time, I bring forward the Senior Director of Teaching and Learning, who supervises mainly our high schools, Mr. Dean Ivory.
Thank you, Dr. Moody. I know we're running over on time, but I do want to talk about our college and career opportunities in the Christina School District. And again, my name is Dean Ivory, Senior Director of Teaching and Learning. As part of our ongoing strategic plan work in the Christina School District, as you have just learned, we have spent significant time and energy into improving the overall K-12 experience for students and their families. Part of that work involves expanding opportunities for learning and ensuring that our students graduate from Christina college and career ready. To that end, I would like to focus your lens on what the senior year for your child would look like so that you can visualize and learn the vision of learning as your student graduates as a Christina School District graduate. First, leading into their senior year, we want every student to be a pathway completer. This means they would have completed a 3-course sequence in a particular area of study, for example, health sciences or the NAF Academy of Finance, just to name 2. We also want students in Pathways to participate in their CTSO or their career and technical student organizations. These career student organizations, such as BPA and HOSA, give students the opportunity to not only enhance their knowledge and experiences, but also to compete and learn valuable skills as they compete and learn those skills against other students and other peers throughout the state and the country. Many of our students who participate in these organizations find not only great success, but also a sense of ownership within the pathway. As a pathway completer, our school and district teams will work collaboratively with you and your child to ensure that during the senior year, your child has an opportunity to earn college credits that are aligned to their pathway of study, participate in an immersive work-based learning program where they are practicing the skills they have learned in their pathway. Many of you on this call will know that work-based learning from your own high school experiences back in the days when we called that cooperative work experiences or co-op, where you went to school for a portion of the day while working for an employer during the second half of the day. Today, we refer to those programs as work-based learning. We have dedicated professionals whose sole purpose is to work with pathway teachers, families, and students to place them in employment opportunities during that senior year. Finally, we have invested in curriculum and resources that allow our students in their senior year who were pathway completers to practice and sit for industry credentialed exams. This year, many of our students who are completing pathways will have the opportunity to build their resume and employability skills by earning an industry credential, all supported by the Christina School District. We provide the resources and the materials. The student only needs to provide the drive and the determination to earn those credentials or credentials. We are so excited for how the senior year is shaping up, not only to maximize opportunities, but to also create bridges to college and career. Next slide, Dr. Moody. This slide is from our work-based learning webpage. If you Google the Christina School District work-based learning, you will be brought to this site. You can also access this site from the CSD website by selecting the menu option, academics and programs, and selecting teaching and learning. Or again, simply Google searching Christina School District work-based learning. We're always looking for industry partners to partner with us in this work so that more students can access these opportunities. So please take a look at that when you have time. Next slide, please. Each year, we support our students, families, and communities by planning, sponsoring, and conducting a highly successful college and career fair. This year's fair will be held on Wednesday, October 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Christiana High School. So 1 week from tonight, we encourage all of our families and students throughout the district to visit our college and career fair. There's no tickets needed, no reservations, just show up between the hours of 6 and 7 p.m. so that you can have time to visit all of the vendors that will be available until 8 p.m. So get there early because there will be hundreds of people at this event because it is one of our most popular and sought after events of the year. So don't miss out. Next slide, please. In conclusion, through the Christina School District strategic planning process, we solicited feedback from over 2,000 Christina members to include students, families, employees, and community members seeking their feedback on the key attributes of a Christina School District graduate. Through all of that feedback and community forums, we have identified the following attributes for the Christina School District graduate. They are listed on this slide and will be the foundation of all of our programming from elementary through middle and culminating at high school and beyond. Finally, we are very proud of the work that is happening in Christina, and I thank you for spending time with us tonight to learn more about that program from K through 12 and beyond. We thank you, and Dr. Moody, I turn it back over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ivory. I just wanted to also just give a brief announcement here, and it is 7:15. So I'm going to ask Mrs. McMahon just to give a brief summary of the choice facts. When we break out into groups, Mrs. McMahon and I will stay on this particular link for more information. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the Q&A about choice. And then we will let you go over to the other schools as well. So just around 7:20, we will break to other small groups for the school links, and that's on our Christina School District webpage. And the first group will be 7:20 to 7:40. The second group will be 7:40 to 8 o'clock. I apologize for not ending on our original time at 7:45, but want to give you the opportunity to see two presentations if you so desire. So Mrs. McMahon, can you please give us your summaries, please?
Good evening, parents and participants tonight, and thank you administrators for outlining all the fabulous career pathways and programs we have in the Christina School District. School's Choice starts on Monday, November 7th for all students in grades kindergarten through 12th grade, and it ends on Wednesday, January 11th of 2023. So make sure that you submit your applications for choice during that time frame. Now, kindergarten choice is open until the first day of school in the 23-24 school year. So if you do have a kindergarten student and you do know what school or schools you have in mind, please submit your applications by the 11th of January for best selection, but know that kindergarten choice is open to the first day of school. Also, if your student is not already attending a traditional school a public school in Delaware, that they need to be pre-registered in the school that serves your residents, is what we call the feeder school. Also, too, keep in mind that in the Christina School District, your kindergarten student must be 5 on or before August 31st of 2023 in order to be eligible for kindergarten. Also, when you're putting your choice selections, you want to put them in priority order. You get 3 selections per district. Charter schools are, 1 each, but you want to submit the applications and put them in choice order. The choice module looks at your first choice. If there is availability, it stops there and will give you an invite. Otherwise, it's waitlist and move on. So please put your selections for each district or charter school in their priority order. Also, too, to summarize, our programs that are our immersion programs, Spanish and Chinese, and the Middle School Honors Academy, all require a choice application. Even if you're in the school's feeder pattern at Downs or Overly and you're applying to those immersion programs, you must submit a choice application. The Middle School Honors Academy also requires a separate middle school entrance application. And we'll speak more to that, these applications in our question and answer session afterwards. Also, too, we do have the immersion programs in our middle and high schools for Chinese immersion for 6 to 8. The only time you have to choice for SHU middle school is if SHU is not your feeder school. You are choosing specifically for the program, and then you live outside the feeder SHU, you want to choice for the Chinese immersion program. And the same for Newark High School. If you are choosing for the Chinese program grades 9 and 10, and you are not a Newark High School feeder student, you must submit a choice application. And just keep in mind that all districts and charter schools will notify parents by the end of February as to whether they've been invited, waitlisted, or rejected. Now, if you do accept a choice invitation and you do reside outside the Christina School District and you accept a choice to one of our schools, you must register in that choice school. And we would like you to do so in the spring. Next slide, please. Okay, and just a reminder, students attending a choice charter or vocational school must remain in attendance in that school for 1 full school year. Okay, charter students are bound by a first-year charter agreement. Again, you must remain in that school for 1 full school year. Now, this is the only time, this open period is the only time you can apply for choice without reason. So please, even if you're on the fence about a school, apply for it, because this is the one and only time you can apply. And as always, transportation is the parent's responsibility. So please keep that in mind when you are applying for choice. If you need more information, you can contact the Education Options Office at 552-2665, and you can apply online on the district website, and the link is there on the slide. And again, stay with us, Dr. Moody and myself, and we'll be glad to answer any questions you might have, and feel free to ask us anything. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your time, your talent, your expertise. At this time, I'm going to ask families, please, if you go into our website, right, Mrs. Mobley, they're going to our website for our individual links to different schools, and our school representatives will be there to greet you. Again, the first group will start now, and then the second group will start at 7:40 and end by 8 p.m. Mrs. Mobley, did you have something?
Dr. Moody, if you can show that very last slide and keep that up on the screen, it shows them the website address, even though we have added it to the chat,
Yes.
so that they can easily go to our choice website. For the links, for the school choice links, you just have to add the word at the end where it says school choice, just type in links and it'll take you directly to the list of all the schools where you can go directly into their Zoom to ask your questions.
Thank you for that, Mrs. Mobley. I appreciate it. And the link is in the chat. Thank you. So you are all dismissed to go to the separate links for the school presentations. Thank you again, Christina family. I appreciate your assistance tonight. Mrs. McMahon, we'll give them a few minutes to transition over.
Okay.